Happy 2024. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, I'm Jill. I cannot believe it is 2024. I'm filming this on the 1st, so I feel like I know it's here. Like I popped a bottle of champagne, we watched fireworks, like I did the whole New Year's thing, but to sit here and be like, all right, another year of goals, like here we go. I can't get over it. I've been filming this video since 2020. If you're new, hi, welcome, subscribe, help me get to my goal this year of 5,000 subscribers. It's crazy to say. That's a big number. But welcome if you're new. I'm Jill. I'm 22 years old, currently living in West Palm Beach, Florida, and I just take you through my life. Most of my videos are vlogs, but we're trying to switch things up this year, trying to film more sit-down videos. As you can see here, I'm not an expert in them yet, but the only way I'm gonna get better is by doing. So here we are doing. So grab a notebook or your phone. Honestly, I did everything digitally. I didn't write anything in a notebook this year. A coffee, that's a must around here because we're full-time working girlies. We're always needing caffeine. Now let's get into it. Let's talk about some goals, talk about my goals, how I plan them. You can see like my little filming setup there, my little tripod and camera. I'm gonna like put my goals here, so that's why I like don't mind that showing, because I'm gonna like pop my goals on the screen here. So I also want to say, if you haven't done goals yet, that is fine. I knew people that were doing goals like in November, December. I started mine today, January 1st. And some people probably won't do theirs until this video goes up. So don't feel stressed or pressured or anything like that to like have this big list of things that you want to get done, that you want to do for the whole year, because we need to be realistic. If I were to say, oh my God, I'm going to run a marathon tomorrow or by the end of January even, like, come on, like we got to be realistic. But we're going to talk about how we achieve goals, how to set goals in the first place, and what I think like some of the key takeaways are when you're setting them, when you're going to achieve them, and then when you're actually like in the process of trying to reach those goals. First thing I think we need to talk about is your why. I think you need to know why you want to set goals, why you feel the need to either change something and do something differently, and like really reflect, because I think goals are one of three things, okay? I think it's wanting to change something in your life, wanting to try something new or different, or just like something you want in general. Like it could be anything, whether it's similar to what you're already doing, different, whatever. I think it's one of those three things usually, like when you're going to plan a goal, when you're going to change things in your life. I feel like this part of goal planning is very reflective. I think you need to take time to sit there, think about, like if you're trying to change something you don't like, think about why you don't like something, why you want to change. And don't just like consistently look at the negatives. Think of like the positive. Think of like the positives and how it's going to impact and change your day-to-day or your life or whatever it is. Going into a goal or going into planning or trying to do something with this like negative mindset, even if you were to achieve it, you never feel fully satisfied because you're constantly sitting there thinking of all the negative things. Like if you go to set a goal to work out and you're like shitting on your body and shitting on your lifestyle and just like constantly like making yourself feel bad, and then you reach this goal, yeah, you're excited because you reached it, but you're constantly thinking, oh yeah, thank God that shit thing is over, but if those things didn't happen, you wouldn't be where you are today. So I think when you go into this, just try to be as reflective as possible and think of like why you want to change it. Let's talk about my goals, and then I'll tell you how I think I'm gonna get there. We'll go over like a little vision board at the end. I'm not gonna do it right now. I don't even have it ready. It will be inserted in this video at some point soon. Let's go over the list. So I will pop it on the screen right here. Sorry if its angle changes a little bit. I do everything on like Microsoft, or actually I did this on Google Sheets, or Google Docs I should say. Sheets is the other thing. Pulling up a blank page and I'm just writing everything out. That's what I'm doing. So my 2024 goals, I have a feeling this year is going to be very good, very exciting. I have high hopes for this year. I feel like I didn't do too many goals this year. I wasn't too crazy with what I wanted to do. I was pretty realistic. I'm gonna film a quarterly goals video, or a quarterly plan with me, where we sit down and plan for the quarter. So there's like 4 quarters in a year, so every 3 months, because I think that is also key when accomplishing goals, but that's not until another video. But basically, I'm gonna sit down and tell you how I plan to achieve all of these goals, like the overall big goals, and then the next video is gonna be like the nitty-gritty steps in getting there. Because when you have one big goal, you have to break it down into like smaller little goals to achieve that. So that's what we're gonna talk about. That's what we'll do in that video. But in this video, we're gonna talk about my goals and my vision board. All right, I have categories. I have like a personal day-to-day category. I have a health and wellness category, a financials, YouTube/content. I don't know how much we'll dive into that, but I'll talk about some things, and then miscellaneous stuff. So like random things, like I said in the beginning of this video, on this list, there's things I want to change, things I want to be different in my life, in my day-to-day, and also things I just want to do. Not because I have a negative feeling towards it or feel the need to change it, but just because I want to. So those are on the list too. So, and like I said, you don't need to set 100 goals. If you have 5 goals for the year, that's probably very realistic and attainable. All right, personal day-to-day goals. First one, I want to wake up at 7 a.m. every morning, most mornings. I just feel like I need a bit more consistency with my sleep schedule. I feel like that's very important for my overall health, as well as my productivity and my habit stacking and accomplishing things I want to accomplish. 7 a.m. is a very good time for me because some days I go into work at 8:30, some days I go into work at 10. So I feel like 7 is a pretty good time where I'm like, all right, get a few things done. I can try to enjoy the morning, and I'll slowly build my morning routine this coming year and my night routines. But 7 a.m. is, I feel like, a pretty good time to like have some time in the morning for myself and get some things done that I want to get done. I only have 3 goals on the personal because I didn't really know what I wanted to do like for my day to day. I think that if I have very specific things, then I like waking up at 7 a.m. Say that leaves me 2 hours for the morning to get things done. I feel like then I can start inputting things and I can start adding to the list throughout the year or something, but these are just the overall things I want this year. Also, I feel like you need to be specific when making goals. I don't think I said that. You need to be specific because you need to look at these goals and know, for example, this one, every single morning I'm waking up at 7 a.m. Not I want to wake up early. What is early? What is early? It could be 5 a.m., it could be 7, it could be 8. You need to be so specific. Put in a time, put in how often and when. Every morning, I want to wake up at 7 a.m. Every morning. I want to read every night. Obviously, there's going to be days where it doesn't happen. I don't get to it because I'm traveling, or literally I was working till midnight last night. I'm like going to bed immediately. Of course, there's going to be times like that. But overall, generally, I want consistency in my morning and nights. And those 2 things I feel like are very good benchmarks for me. So like a 7 a.m. wake up time and a read at nighttime. I didn't say for how long I wanted to read. I don't have a specific time. I don't care. I could read for 5 minutes. I could read for 2 hours. It really depends on my work schedule. And then the last like day-to-day thing I want to do is cook meals every week at home. I feel like this has helped my wallet. It has helped my health, my creativity. Cooking and feeding myself and fueling my body has really helped me like towards the end of this year. I feel like this is really when I started to like cook for myself, like try new recipes and really take the time to put in this love and care into myself, into my body. I feel like it's really important. You show the world how to treat you by treating yourself well. So for me, I want to do good things for my body. I want consistency. I want to take care of myself. And that is how I want the world to be towards me. And obviously, there's unforeseen circumstances and you can't predict everything in your life and shitty things are going to happen. But overall, in my day-to-day, I want to take care of myself. I want this really good energy around me, and I feel like I have to do that by putting that into myself. And that starts with food for me. It starts with my sleep and my habits. So there's my personal day-to-day goals. Nothing crazy. Health and wellness, I only have 3 goals there. I don't have much that I want to do because I feel like my water intake is pretty good. Again, the cooking at night really contributes to it. I feel like I eat healthier when I cook at home. Like I'm not ordering on DoorDash or whatever. I'm not going through a drive-thru or ordering out. Like I know I'm picking the ingredients and putting it in my food. Like I choose the avocado and the pepper and the onion to put in my dish, you know. But I want to run 3 times per week. So I know at some point I want to do more like 5Ks or a 10K and like different races at some point. I don't know if that's going to be this year. I don't know. So I'm just putting the goal, I want to run 3 times a week because I feel like that's very attainable for my schedule. I feel like I can definitely do that. I'm going to be starting a running program. We'll talk all about it in future videos, but I'm gonna be starting a running program, and I know it's good for my heart, I know it's good for my health, my endurance. I feel like it's very important, and I just want to be a runner, you know, like I want to be the bitch who can run. I also want to go to yoga 3 times a week again. I miss yoga so much. I felt my best when I was in Newport, Rhode Island, going to yoga every morning. I went 3 to 4 times a week, and I felt so good. So I need to implement that more. I gotta find a studio. I don't like doing it at home. I need to find a studio, get in. I need to get back to my practice, and I miss it so much. So I really need to get back into that again this year and do it consistently. Like, not for 3 months, like throughout the 12 months of the year. I want to be doing that. And then the last health and wellness thing, I actually put my books in health and wellness because I feel like it's really good for your mental health and your just overall like well-being, to learn and to grow and to read. So I want to read 50 books this year. This year, 2023, I only read 40. No, I read 39. I was almost at 40. I want to read 50 books this year. Okay, I love reading. It's my favorite hobby that I have, and it makes me feel so good. I learn, I grow, so I just really enjoy it. The next category is my finances category. We're gonna talk about my finances more this year. I told myself I wanted to be more vulnerable this year, and I know I don't need to tell you every dollar in my debt. It's not the greatest feeling, but it exists, and if I can help other people, that is what I want to do. So in order for me to help you and myself, I have to be vulnerable and open, and that is what we're doing here. I want to get rid of all my credit card debt. I've had this debt for a few years now. I'm going to talk all about my debt journey, how I got into credit card debt, and I've had a lot of it for a while. I feel like 2023, I really managed it. Like, it didn't go above where it's at. It's been the same. It was like I tried to pay it off, interest racked on. We're gonna talk about that in a future video, but I want all that debt gone. I also want to pay off my student loans. Speaking of debt, my student loans, remember guys when I went to school for 2 months and then I dropped out? $10,000 of student loans. $10,000. I'm sure it's more now because I haven't paid it, so I'm sure there's interest on. I haven't even looked, okay? Full transparency, I haven't even looked. So that's another goal, pay that off. I want $5,000 in an emergency fund. I want to have like a personal savings towards anything important, or just if I want to spend money at some point, personal savings. But I also want an emergency fund where I don't touch. Like, if there's an emergency, if my car breaks down, if I have to get an ambulance, like God forbid something happens and I need money, I want to make sure it is for that. Like, I want to make sure I have money for that. I really want to get monetized this year on YouTube. I have a certain number that I would like to hit for AdSense money. This is like a job that people do, and I would just like this to be like a side hustle for me. And I have my main job, but it would be really nice to have like passive income. I don't have to get a second job in addition to doing YouTube and my full-time job. Like, I would really like it to just be YouTube on the side and then me working my full-time normal job. Like, that is what I would prefer. I have a certain number I want to hit on YouTube AdSense if I get monetized. So also, I want to hit a certain dollar amount every paycheck from work, or every 2 weeks or whatever. This job, or it could change when I go get a different job. Like, it's gonna change throughout the year because of my work, like I said. So I don't know how it's gonna be in the next 6 months. I don't know what kind of job I'll have, but there's a certain dollar amount I just want to consistently hit every job I go to. If it's more, that would be awesome, but no less. So I'm not gonna say the certain dollar amount, but insert dollar signs. Okay. All right, we are on to miscellaneous stuff. This one's like the fun category, just like random well, not actually all fun, but it's just like the category that I don't really have a category for this stuff. Very random things. I want to go to a psychic. You're probably like, what are you talking about? Always wanted to go to a psychic. I never dabbled into like this kind of stuff because it always scared me, but I really think I'm like mentally ready for it. I just want to see. Here's the thing. I want to live a life full of experiences. So having debt, being scared of things, what kind of life is that? Really, like at the end of my life, am I gonna look back and be like, damn, I never got to experience that? No, I wanna be like, oh my God, I went to a psychic and this is what she said. I wanna be able to like have a life full of experiences and actually experience things and enjoy it for the good, for the bad, and look back, be able to tell stories and just like go through things and enjoy things and experience things. It's a very weird thing for that to be like my benchmark, but I grew up in a very strict religion where psychics and any kind of spirituality that wasn't a religion was considered like the devil's stuff, dabbling into like demon things, and that's not what I'm trying to do. I would just love to go to someone, talk to someone, hear what they have to say about me, gauge my life out of curiosity. So that's just a fun random one. If you don't agree with that, fine. That's okay. If you do, great. Tell me your experience down below. I would love to hear about it. It's fun. This is one that actually will help change my life for sure. And it makes me nervous to talk about, hence the hands. I want to go back to therapy, and if you guys know my story with therapy at all, basically I found a therapist when I was living in Florida last year, and I went to her up until about May. I don't know, I think we had maybe a miscommunication. I don't know, I've spoken about this a few times, and I've always like felt bad about it on the internet because I never want to like talk about someone and make them feel bad or something. But I thought we were going to continue my therapy sessions on Zoom or something like that when I moved to Rhode Island, and then when I reached out, I didn't hear from her. And then I reached out again and didn't hear from her, so I just stopped reaching out about therapy sessions. So I'm out of a therapist. So I need to go back to therapy, but I also feel nervous to go back to one because I'm like, what if she also doesn't respond to me ever again, and I've dumped all my trauma in my life and told someone about me and opened up in ways that nobody knows about, and then she just like stops responding to my texts or something like that. It makes me nervous to try to find someone else again, but I know when you find the right therapist and the right person, they are very helpful, and I could use a little assistance with the mental health and working through some traumas and things that I don't share online, of course. This is very vulnerable, but I want to find out, I want to go to a doctor and find out if I have ADHD. Everyone I talk to says thinks I might have ADHD, and I also have thought I might have it. I jump all over. I feel like I have 20 thoughts going on in my head at once. I have a hard time sitting and focusing. The only time I sit and focus is when I'm filming. Very weird. I don't know what it is, but it's the only time I can really focus, and I think that's because I'm like, I have a very specific mission, and it's to communicate with you guys, like what's going on. But other than that, with work, with like just if I'm cleaning, if I'm working on a video, editing it, I have a very hard time focusing. And I would just like to know if I have it and maybe figure out like what can help if I do, and if not, then maybe I'm just overthinking. And the last miscellaneous stuff are actually fun. Two things. I want to travel to a new place every month, one new place. It doesn't mean I have to get on a plane. It could be I go to the park down the road I've never been to. But like really I would like to go to like a different city or a different town or something and visit and explore. New country. Would love to go to a new country this year. Love that. New cities. New. I just want to experience and travel, and I didn't do that really this year or last year. And the last thing has to do with my hair. I want to change my hair. I don't know what I would do. Should I cut it? How would a cut look? I'm not sure, but I want to do something different. Everybody tells me to cut my hair. Everybody's like, Jill, cut it, see what it looks like short. But I'm like, are you sabotaging me? Is this a terrible idea? Like, I don't know. So I just feel like I've had my hair my whole life. I finally grew it out. I had a very hard struggle with the hair journey. If you've been here, you know. If not, I'll probably talk about it again at some point. But I've struggled with my hair, and all I wanted was for it to get thicker and grow, and it finally has. It's not that thick. I just have thinner hair, but it finally has grown out. It looks like I have hair again. Before my hair was falling out. So I would like to switch it up, do something different. Maybe dye it or cut it, or just do something that I don't typically do with my hair. I have virgin hair. If you have any ideas, comment them below. Would love some ideas on what to do, because honestly, if I go into a hairdresser, I wouldn't know what to tell her. I'd be like, I don't know, I trust you, do you do something? Like, what? I need to go in there and be like, this is what I want. Here's my ideas. I've always kind of struggled with my hair. That's why this is a goal. Because it's scary, but it's something that I want to do for myself at some point. I've been talking about it and thinking about it for so long. I think I need to do it. And the final category is my YouTube and content. I'm just going to run through these pretty quick because I feel like mainly my goals this year are like financial and just like a few random things. I don't have much day-to-day goals. I think that'll come with the day-to-day. I'll figure out my routine and just like go from there. Money and YouTube are like where I'm focused right now. I want to hit 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. That is a very large jump. Very large jump from 1,000. And am I confident that it's gonna happen? No. But do I want it to happen? Yes. I feel like it would be so cool to end this year with 5,000 of you here. That would be nuts, but I would love it. So subscribe if you're new. Again, I said I wanted to get monetized on YouTube. I post 2 videos every week. I did good last year at posting at least one. This year, like towards the end of the year, I modified my posting schedule to Mondays and Fridays, and I would love to post 2 times every week. Also, I want to post YouTube shorts. I'm not like a short form content girl. I'm bad at TikTok. I've never done YouTube shorts. I like the long form, the vlogs, the videos. I know how to do those, but I feel like it's there for a reason. To reach new people who maybe don't watch long form stuff and like short form stuff and want to see short form stuff. So obviously I'm not going to only do short form. I'm going to do my long form and then just add in some shorts. And then I want to get more active on TikTok and Instagram. I want like 5 Instagram grid pics every month. So we're going to work on that. It's a challenge because this year I barely took pictures. I don't know why, I just didn't take pictures in 2023. I looked back at my camera roll, I have no pictures of myself or videos, nothing. So I would love to get better at doing that. I feel like Instagram's like a very like good day-to-day platform because I'm like, oh, here's my breakfast, here's the fireworks I saw last night, like that was my stories this morning. So those are my goals for 2024. Please, like I said, do not feel pressured to like have 100 goals or have the same goals as me. We probably have very different goals. I wish I could put other things on there like buy a house, big things like that, but like that's not where I am in life right now, which is why I said be realistic, because I'm not at a point where I could buy a house. I don't want to buy a house right now, or that's just an example, but our goals are going to look different. So don't feel stressed listening to my goals. Let's move into the vision board and then we're going to end this video. It is a few days later, as in like a week later, but I have finished it. That's all that matters, okay? And we're doing this little clip vlog style because I feel like that's the best way for me to show the vision board. All right, the background of the thumbnail is the vision board, but I will give you a rundown and how they relate to my goals. It is January 10th. Oh shit, but this is the vision board. This is the vision board, and I will talk all about why and what each thing represents, all right? Starting in the corner, the little treadmills, it's for my running, to run 2 to 3 times a week, to try to accomplish my running goal. I feel like this is just perfect. That's literally what I want to do. I want to get on this, I want to run. All my debts are paid in full. This could not get more clear. I want to pay off my debts. I want to try Pilates, but I just want a big emphasis on my health and wellness this year, hence the Reformer Pilates. I've never done Reformer Pilates. I've done mat Pilates, but I just really liked that picture and thought it was a good visualization of how I want my fitness to go this year. The food, of course, is to represent me cooking 2 to 3 times a week, or 1 to 2. I forget what I said. I think I said 1 to 2. This picture right here with the wine glasses and the friend's hand, it just reminds me of community and being with good people, with good friends that I care about, and just enjoying our time together. I love this picture. It just really makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. Then we have the girl in London. I would love to go to London this year. I don't know if I'll make it, but this really represents me traveling somewhere new. So I put a really big bucket list place, which is London, on my vision board this year. So moving over, we have our little journal. I just want to, for just my goals and everything, I would really just like to journal more, but this picture just definitely emphasizes my mental health and well-being. I feel like journaling and mental health are very much connected a lot, so that's why that picture is there for me. The middle picture, I love reading words sometimes because it's like affirmations for myself. Rich in wealth, rich in health, rich in love. Could not have said it better myself. The bottom is a little desk. This represents YouTube goals, content goals, as well as like just an aesthetically pleasing, calming workspace for accomplishing all of my goals and building my brand. Of course, the suitcase, the coffee, travel. We are traveling. We have a very important place. If you are not familiar with what this beach is, this is in Cape Town, South Africa. If you are new here, Tyron, my other half, he is from Cape Town, and we haven't been in a very long time. He hasn't been home in a few years, and I have not been in a few years, and I would really love us to be able to get back there this year if possible. It's a huge goal for the year. Trust me when I tell you, it is a huge goal. So that is why that's on there. The beach is in Cape Town summer. You guys, like, it's a dream. Okay, it's beautiful. And then we have this girl by the ocean reading a book. That obviously represents my reading goal this year, but just like being by the ocean, hair wet, feet in the ocean, reading a book, stunning. I'd really like to get my own place this year. This was not on the goals list, but I just know we're gonna be moving this year, so that's why that's there. This yoga setup here, I just want to emphasize my yoga this year. And then the bottom, I am so lucky. Everything works out for me. So that is the vision board for 2024. I love it. I think it's stunning and so colorful and so pretty and just like represents me with the greens and the blues and the neutrals and just all the things I want for this year. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to my goals for the new year. If you are new, definitely subscribe. Comment down below a goal for your year, just one or all of them. I love goals. Give me all the inspiration in the world. Comment down your goals. Just tell me what's going on. Hope you like my vision board. Let me know if you end up recreating this too. I'm very curious if you like it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see ya this year. Welcome to 2024. Happy New Year. Love you guys.